Hi everybody, it's Angela here. I hope everybody is having a great day, and I am really just looking forward for, more hope in the world because things are just going bad. But I am happy that today at UNT there were protests to protect rights and, protect immigration. And make sure everybody gets to stay here because I don't think that's fair, what Trump is doing. That's disgusting what he's doing, and I don't like it. Everybody deserves to live here, and everyone deserves a great life, like I said. But I'm just happy that there's more people protesting and not taking this mess at all. But let me get started on today's prompt. So today is: don't be afraid of who you are because you are that way for a reason. It's okay to be you. It doesn't matter what people tell you that you have to be or what you are, because they don't know you like you know yourself. And I know it sounds cliche, but it's true. Many of us, especially me being a queer woman and also just standing up for what I believe in, me being a lesbian and just, doing things in my life like, doing like self-employment and stuff like that. It takes a lot of guts and it's not easy. I basically took a long time to get here. And sometimes everybody's journey is different. There are people who find themselves at 19. I'm 27. There are people who find themselves at 60. There are people who even come out at later ages or, do the things they want to do with their dreams at later ages. Or just, start that, that startup or whatever, or just, open a shop or do what they want to do. Basically, you have to just be you, because essentially you're either going to unapologetically live and be free, or you're just going to be a shell of a person. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many times, and I'm not offending anybody who is of religion here. I'm not religious, but I don't want to offend anybody. It doesn't matter how many times you get prayed over, how many times you ask God to change you. You are you, unless you're like a toxic person who hurts people and stuff, then that does need to change, and that's not okay. But if it's something like, you're queer, you're trans, or you are just somebody who is masking and you have a different personality than you're showing the world, you slowly just need to, I'm not saying right then and there because I don't know how safe your area is. Every area is not as safe as the next. I live in Denton, so it's a very liberal area, but everybody's not the same, so always consider safety, but eventually make a plan to get out of the places that are hurting you and surrounding you, keeping you stuck in a shell of a person that you aren't. You want to be your authentic self, and that's who you're made to be. I think that there are different groups of people and different personalities, and without that, it would be such a boring world. Why would everyone want to be the same? But yeah, I have asked to be, like everyone else, but I just can't be. I am different, and I accept that, and I embrace that now. I've been embracing it for years, and I'm very happy and unapologetic about it, and you should be too, about yourself, as long as you're not hurting anybody. And So yeah, whether that be your heritage, your sexuality, what you like to do for fun and work, and just, what brings you joy and all of that thing, as long as it's harmless behavior and you are just being you. And I'm not talking about people being bothered or feeling a type of way because you are being you. I'm talking about, like, affecting other people, like, it's okay, to just be you. I also have a song called It May Not Be Okay, But It's Okay With Me. Track 3 on the Scarlett Evelyn album. It is about Evelyn talking about and talking to Scarlett. They were meeting in the admissions office, and this is right when they're applying for college. I mean, they're already gotten into the college and they're just getting their paperwork and stuff. So this is like May in 1993. It's set out then. The School of Music. And they go to this bar, talk about they aren't pursuing traditional careers. They both want to get a job in music stuff, and they talk about their life and all that, and the frustrations they've been brought, and how Evelyn is just, she's the deacon's daughter, and she is held to a high standard in school and community, and there are double standards in her church, telling her, because she is a woman, that she can't do certain things that men can do. There's like actual sexism going on in her church, in the book. And she's venting. But she's also saying something that she's never told anybody. She's telling Scarlett, hey, I kind of like you. And, I like girls. I hope you don't think I'm weird. And she's like, I like girls too, and, I think that you're gorgeous, and you're so cool, and I think that I want to be with you. And she's leaning in. She's, been told and conditioned that she's not going to heaven if she loves girls, and if she acts on it. I also remember being told not to like girls when I was religious, but she's like, I have to give in because this feels good, and this is part of who I am. They have so many dimensional parts, and if I don't nurture that part, then I'll just suffer, and I'll marry a man who believes that I love him, may truly love me, but I don't love him, so that would be harsh if I just did that. So her mind kind of tweedles. We're going to get deeper into the story on that. So, yeah. But Scarlett has always been like that. And, she's been made fun of it. Also, she's a goth girl in the 90s. Our generation of, people in their 20s and stuff, it's cool to be goth and, dress, very alternative. But back then, I did some studies and asked other goth people that are Gen Xers. They weren't treated so well. They were treated like trash. They were treated very disrespectfully. And on top of that, she was openly queer. So she had a lot of markers against her that made her a reject in school and society. But it's she herself was unapologetic, and she wanted Evelyn to be unapologetic too, whether they were going to be in a relationship or not. She cared about her. They care about each other. And you're going to see moving into the dynamic of the relationship, it's going to be, they're very, very, very close. And this is kind of what I desire in a relationship. So, I had to create it. So they go through things that are not ideal either, but they also cherish themselves. They go on road trips together, support each other's music gigs, and just love each other. Sometimes when they're when they don't have homework and all that, outside of college and all that. But just working through things together and helping each other be a better version of themselves, and being themselves. But yeah, I think that it's important to tell people because some people are just so afraid. I mean, it's more open now, but I mean, it can be scary for some people. And I just want you to know that it's okay. Be happy. Alright, well, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for listening, and I cannot wait for this spring to come because I am so tired of winter. I think that this is so much winter for the South. I know it's like the North, the north of Texas, but it's so depressing. Like, you can't do anything. So many trials and tribulations. Why does it have to be this hard? I'm telling myself this ain't easy, but something inside me just